today. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Live Confessions podcast, and definitely I'm your host Wanjiko Mungai. Guys, karibuni sana to this specific episode, and if it's your first time here, I hope that you're going to stick around all the way until the end of this episode, and I hope that after this episode you are actually going to become one of our subscribers. So in this podcast, for the first timers, in this podcast we talk about each and every single thing that revolves around our lives, be it relationships, families, friendships, each and every single thing that's affecting us as we live the day-to-day life. Guys, let me just start this episode by first apologizing to you, my viewers. I know it's been such a long time since the last uploaded an episode. Guys, I've had such a busy 1.5 months. I had my exams, and for you, maybe for those guys who don't know much about me, I'm currently in school part-time, and I work full-time and I study part-time. So I'm doing my CPAs. I had my exams like a week and a half ago. My section 4 exams, and I'm still doing another certificate from the University of Toronto, Mississauga, a certificate in leadership. So you can imagine trying to juggle all that, and at the same time I'm trying to write content, and at the same time I'm trying to shoot something. It became a bit too much, so I had to take a small break from shooting, but now I'm back like I never left. So guys, today I want us to talk about a very, very, very important topic, and this is for my ladies. So ladies, karibuni, pull your seat hapo kando, kuja na stool, get your drink, because I want us to have a very important conversation. So the topic for today, guys, is a topic that was triggered by different events, and the recent event was when we had that our favorite girl group in Kenya, over 25, broke up, or their friendship ended. Okay, not their friendship ended, but the group that they've been having for the last 7 years ended. Like, we all saw that video, it was trending this week, where they did the final episode. But guys, don't get it twisted. We are not here to shame. We are not here to blast anyone. We're not here to bash people. We're not here to call names. I know you guys, you my ladies, have been affected by their breakup as much as I've been affected. And it's not the only girl group we are seeing coming to an end. I remember back in the years, my favorite girl group singers, Fifth Harmony, parted ways. So my question today is, do female friendships really last, or what happens to female friendships over time? So today we can talk about the good, the ugly, and the bad of female friendships. And I want us to maybe I really wish I had someone to do this with, but I'll give my point of view, and then maybe you guys, you can let me know what you think on the comment section. What do you think about female friendships? Do you think they can last? Is there anything that you can do as ladies, bring your friends, to make to make our friendships really last? What can we do? And what part do we have to play? So the topic for today is, why do girl friendships fizzle out? Question marks. So I have about 6 points, and later on, after I say the 6 points, I'm going to also be telling you what can you do as a lady, what can you do as a group of lady friends to make your friendships last much longer. So what are some of the reasons why lady friendships fizzle out? And as I mentioned, this is my own point of view. You can tell me what you think. As you watch the episode, you can leave a comment down below. Yeah. So according to me, one of the reasons why female friendships fizzle out is due to lack of common interest. Yeah. By these, I mean, we might have been together in campus as lady friends, and at that moment when we were teenagers, there's some things we really liked to do. Maybe going out to clubs, maybe gossiping or something. They're just things we used to like back then, yeah, that changed with time, that you find maybe when you're 19 you used to like going to clubs more, but as time goes by, as responsibilities kick in, you don't even have time to go out in clubs, yeah. So at the end of the day, you find that in your group only two people have similar interests. So what happens to the other guys? You find them trying to either learn to have common interests with the others, or you find them just growing apart, yeah. And it's normal, like it's very normal, yeah. So I don't know what you can do about this. Maybe you can let me know on the comment section down below. Maybe you can try to, create new interests as friends. Maybe if you liked going out and you no longer like going out, you can try having new hobbies. Like you can try going for road trips, you can try, different things. Like for example, myself, I used to like going out a while ago, but ni kama imepungua kiasi. So nowadays I'm more of a homebody. I like watching movies, I like spending time, watching Netflix. I like playing board games. So for me to be able to keep a group of friends, yeah, we almost always have to have similar likes, yeah. So I'll go for people who like going for road trips, who like going for holidays, trying out new restaurants, people who like playing board games. So we have to, don't let your friendship die. You can try as much as possible to come up with new things that you like as a group of friends, yeah. And the second thing, and this is so important, I remember a friend of mine told me about this, yeah. So the second reason why lady friendships fizzle out is changes in life dynamics, yeah. So let's take an example of a group of friends with 5 friends, yeah, who left campus in 2015, yeah. And maybe 7 or 8 years later, one of them is married, the other one is a single mother, the other one has like 3 kids, the other one moved out of the country, and the 5th one moved maybe outside the county. Like you can just see how they're living separate lives, yeah. And there's one of them who is not yet married, who doesn't want to get married, doesn't want to get kids, or there's one who is struggling to get kids. So just imagine how these 5 friends will try, to come together. Like they totally are living different lives, yeah. So what do you do? What do you do in such a situation? Because let me tell you guys a very perfect example. I don't know if you have watched Single Kiasi. It's my favorite Kenyan movie and or series. In Single Kiasi, like it perfectly shows you the 3 different kinds of personalities the 3 main actresses have, yeah. Like there's one who is up there in her career, like she's doing perfectly. There's one there who doesn't even want to get married. There's one who is trying to divorce. There's one there who is a housewife, she doesn't have a job, her family is struggling. Like you can just see how different personalities are depicted in that movie. And that's what happens in real life. Like we all have different personalities as we grow up, as we grow old. Like we can't all be the same with the way we were 5 years ago. And those different life dynamics, getting married, not getting married, at the end of the day you find that you're at very different stages in life. And sometimes if you don't have common things to talk about, sometimes friends grow apart, and it's very normal. And I don't know, honestly, I think what I can encourage people to do is to remain cordial and to just keep in touch with your friends, because you might not know what they're going through at their, the cocoon of life they're in at that moment. So always try as much to reach out to your friends, and at the same time you can try and make new friends who you share, a similar stage in life. Like for example, if you're advancing your career, you can try as much as possible to make friends who have a common goal with you of advancing your career. If you're a mom, you can try and hook up with as many mothers as possible so that you can share, similar stories in life and different challenges that you're facing. Yeah. Another third reason why female friendships fizzle out is jealousy and interior competition. Guys, let me tell you something. This one does not only happen in friendships, it also happens at workplaces, yeah? Where, guys? Hey. Interior competition. So, let me tell you guys, every time you find yourself getting jealous of your friend, the major reason of that is because you're trying to compare yourself with them, yeah? And as I always say in all my episodes, that jealousy is a thief of joy, yeah? So, and let me tell you ladies, I've had men complain that their wives most of the times give them stress because they'll try to compare the life they're living with their families, with the life their girlfriend is living with their family. For example, they will compare the schools their kids are going to, they will compare their careers, they will even compare their husbands, They'll say my husband is probably doing well, my husband is probably not doing well as compared to my friend's husband. Let's just stop comparing. We all walk different stages in life because we cannot always be the same. We are not twins, and even twins live different lives, yeah? So, let me give you an example at work, yeah? You'll find probably your colleagues maybe become jealous of you because maybe they think you work better than them, you achieve more work goals than them. So competition is everywhere. It's even present in families. Like you find sisters being jealous of each other, brothers being jealous of each other, sisters-in-laws being jealous of each other, even parents being jealous of their children. So I think the only way to do away with jealousy and interior competition and comparison is coming to an understanding that we all have different lives, yeah? We cannot all follow one path. Because your friend finished campus, got a six-figure, salary, went for her masters, got a Prince Charming, you can't expect that your life is going to follow that similar path, yeah? We all have to cheer for our friends when they achieve, and understand that, God's blessing for us is on the way. Like I think I've developed, there's a friend of mine, my best friend, she's doing very well, and I think I've formed a habit of appreciating her steps, her blessings, knowing that, my blessing is on the way and we cannot always all be on the same path, yeah? And the other fourth reason why female friendships fizzle out is because of selfishness, guys. When I talk about selfishness, I want us to talk about one-sided friendships, yeah? Those friends who we call friends of convenience, those friends who, they just want you to, to do all the work, to do all the dirty work. They will only, they will only answer your calls when probably it's convenient for them. And in this case, let me just give you a story my friend told me, yeah? So when I wanted to shoot this episode and when I was gathering content, I posted a status on my WhatsApp and I asked my friends, what would you want me to talk about female friendships? And there's a pal of mine who reached out to me. She lives in Nakuru and her boyfriend is in Nairobi and her best friend is in Kitengela. You can imagine those three distances, yeah? Nakuru, she lives in Nakuru, the boyfriend is in Nairobi, and the best friend, a lady, lives in Kitengela. So initially, before she started dating, she used to come from Nakuru and go to visit her best friend in Kitengela. So when she started dating, definitely when you start dating, you have to keep on spending a lot of time with your person. So she would come from Nakuru and come to Nairobi and spend time with with her person and go back to Nakuru, as opposed to when she would come to Nairobi and then go to Kitengela to see her best friend. So it got to a point where they started falling apart with the best friend, because the best friend would want her to live, to continue going to visit her in Kitengela as before. And she didn't want to meet at a central place like in Nairobi. So you see, like, she just wanted her to continue being the one who's making efforts to continue looking for her in Kitengela. And what if it was you, what would a supportive friend do? They will understand that first of all, you have changed your life, like you have a new person in your life that you're supposed to give attention to. So for me, if I was that friend, I would make effort and tell these are the friend, I want to meet you, I would want to meet you. Can we meet at a central place? I will come to Nairobi and I'll meet you in Nairobi, or can we meet somewhere along Mombasa Road? Other than expecting me to come from Nakuru and then Nairobi and then come and look for you in Kitengela, and you don't want us to meet halfway, like, always try as much as possible to avoid selfish friends, yeah? And you as a friend, it's your duty to meet your friend halfway, it's your duty to play your role, I play my role, we meet halfway and we help each other, yeah? And number 5 reason why female friendships fizzle is betrayal and failure to respect boundaries, yeah? Guys, I did a whole episode on boundaries that are supposed to, to respect in relationships, in friendships, in families, I think I can leave a link of the boundaries that we are supposed to follow on the description, bit, and then you can be able to watch that episode and learn a few boundaries that you can be able to follow as a friend to maintain a healthy friendship, yeah? And on this one, allow me to talk about betrayal. I think if you fail to respect boundaries, it always leads to betrayal, yeah? And guys, let me ask you a question, yeah? Can you allow, do you allow, or would you allow your friend to date your ex? Is it a boundary that you have set? Is it something that you will appreciate, or is it something that will make you mad? Honestly, for me, I think it will make me mad. And guys, let me tell you something. I've seen people stepping on boundaries. Hey, like, there's this girl group I was in, and one of our friends started nyemeleaing someone else's guy. And guys, guess what? Imagine they're dating now. Just imagine they're dating now. Yeah, like, it makes my stomach like turn around, because like, why would you betray your friend like that? Like, what would make you betray your friend like that? I don't get it at all. And definitely we cut her off, like, go away, please. We don't have similar qualities, you don't have respect, you don't have loyalty. So I think most, and I don't know if it's my point of view, yeah, but if you ask me, most lady friendships end when a man is involved. okay, or a woman is involved. I mean, we're living in a very open-minded culture. Like, we've seen this thing happening when there's a friend who just wants, those self-made guys, watu wenye umetafuta already, they just want those, ready-made guys. They don't want to go to the, unajua hataki kwenda kwa soko, ile soko chafu, wanataka huyo mtu wako, that specific guy that you have, huyo ndio wanataka. They want to take them from you. They don't care about the much effort that you've put in that relationship. They just want to see it end. And guys, I've seen that happen with so many people, and I just want to encourage ladies, let's be, let's style up a bit, let's just style up. I know there's this theory ya kanairo, sijui kumefanya nini, hakuna mtu wa mwingine, but let's style up a bit, yeah? Let's style up, let's have class, yeah? I mean, don't be jealous of someone's person, yeah? Just enda kwa soko, utafute mtu wako, please, Yeah, betrayal is so painful, and betrayal is not so forgivable, yeah? So I think betrayal is one of the reasons that's why that's female friendships fizzle. We should learn as ladies to respect boundaries. Yeah, don't be so friendly to your friend's person. Yeah, they're their person, which wow, just learn to respect them. Yeah. And I think the sixth reason why female friendships fizzle out is perception of friends and family. I know sometimes, not sometimes, actually, friends and family usually shape the kind of people we become and the kind of people we are. Of course, your friends and family are definitely going to comment about the kinds of friends that you're hanging out with, yeah? For example, if I can tell you a story of how we grew up with my sister, our neighbors didn't have like the same goals with us, and my mom really shielded us from hanging out with them, because my mom would say, you don't have common goals. Wao hataki kwenda shule, nyinyi mnataka kwenda shule, you want to have a bright future, wao ni kama hawataki. So I remember my mom shielding us so much. We wouldn't hang out with anyone from around the hood, yeah? And it's something I've come to appreciate now, looking at where me and my sister are at in life, and looking back at the neighbors we had in Muranga when we were growing up, where they are at the moment. It's something I've really come to appreciate, yeah? So sometimes you'll find your family, telling you not to hang out with those people because probably they abuse drugs, probably they, wako kwa street sana. You'll find even your parents telling you, jamaa mwenye mko na yeye, he's not too good for you. Probably they have, parents have a way of knowing, not knowing what is really best for you, but they have a way of knowing people who have good values and people who don't have good values, yeah? So perceptions of friends and family really affect the kinds of friendships that we have. And at times, if your friends don't approve the kinds of friends you're hanging out with, you'll find yourself growing apart from such friends, yeah? But guys, at the end of the day, we should try as much as possible to maintain healthy friendships, yeah? Friendships are supposed to be as healthy as relationships are supposed to be, yeah? So what can we do as friends to maintain good friendships, yeah? And to maintain good relations with each other, yeah? So I think one of the things we can do is to stop making everything about you. Guys, I don't know if you have friends, unapata story, at work, sijui kumeendaje, and then they interrupt you, they don't even listen, wanakwambia, hey, hata mimi job sijui kunafanya nini. Like, they can't listen to you till you finish talking. They have to always interrupt and say something about themselves. We have to actually understand that friendships cannot be all about one person. Kusikwe na queen bee. I know in girl groups there's always a queen bee who we have always to listen to, do as they say. You have to stop making everything about you, yeah? The world does not revolve around you. Yeah, so The second thing is communicate and don't gossip. Yeah, if you have like a group of 5 lady friends, yeah, na wawili wakosane, we sometimes we tend to take sides, and sometimes we find ourselves gossiping about ule sijui amefanya nini. No, you're not supposed to do that, guys. You are supposed to actually communicate. If someone does something wrong to you, confront them and ask them and tell them, you know, ulinikanyanga hapo, you stepped on this boundary, and moving forward, you're not supposed to do that. Rather than gossiping. Gossiping has never helped anybody, yeah? Even at work. I mean, if someone wrongs you, you don't have to gossip with your colleagues. Just confront them and tell them, no, siwapeleke mbele kwa HR, please don't do that. Just confront them and tell them, you know what, you didn't do right, yeah? Ulinikosea, and just know that moving forward, I cannot appreciate it if you do that same thing, yeah? And the third way to, you know, to make friendships last is to be reliable and stop being a friend of convenience, yeah? Sipigange watu simu time yenye tu nataka pesa. Make that call and say hello. You don't have to always reach out to your friends when you want something or when you want a favor. Yani nisaidie 2K urgently. No. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, so be very reliable. If you're supposed to meet your friends, don't cancel last minute. Usifanye hivyo, yeah? It just shows how unreliable you are, yeah? And the fourth thing is that you have to accept each other's differences, yeah? You know, in a group of 5 friends, hamwezi kuwa na personality moja nyinyi wote. You can't all have a similar personality. You cannot all be extroverts, introverts, bubbly. You have to understand that we are all different, yeah? And you have to appreciate each other's differences and let them complement you, yeah? Not separate you apart, yeah? And the fifth thing is to try as much as possible to avoid being jealous and having an unhealthy competition, yeah? In a friends group, you are supposed to push each other to be the best versions of yourself. You're supposed to, you know, to talk to each other, listen to each other, and not have, you know, that unhealthy competition. Ati sababu umepromotiwa, hata mimi lazima nipromotiwe, I'll do anything within my power to get promoted, ndo tutoshane. No, you cannot do that, because we all have different, you know, lives, yeah? We all have different paths, and God has set different paths for all of us, yeah? And the sixth thing is to give each other space. I mean, respect each other's spaces, yeah? Usiende kwa mtu announce, hata kama uko na spare key, you don't have the right to go and be in someone else's space kama hajakuita ama kama haujaambia, yeah? You actually have to respect someone's space. That's the similar case to being in a relationship, yeah? If you're not married, you cannot always, you know, show up at your boyfriend's place and announce, utaka DCI. Yeah, so you have to actually respect each other's space. If someone says they need their own time, leave them to have their own time, yeah? And the seventh and the last thing is that you have to appreciate each other. Guys, I get so happy when I see ladies planning baby showers for their friends, planning, you know, a wedding for their friends, buying their friends flowers. Just learn to appreciate your girlfriends. Let them know that you value them, you know, call them more often, text them more often, wajulie hali, and let them just know that you as their friend appreciate them being in your life. So guys, those are my points. That's my point of view, as I mentioned when I was beginning this episode. Feel free to engage me on the comment section. Tell me, what are some of the reasons, yeah? You're no longer friends with people you used to be friends with, especially ladies, maybe in campus. Why are you no longer friends? Have you grown apart? Are you still talking with your friends from childhood, from campus? Just engage me on the comment section, and also let me know what are some of the things that we can do to make our lady friendships last longer. And the quote for today, guys, is a quote by Michelle Obama. Yeah, it's about lady friendships, and the quote says, "Friendships between women, as any woman will tell you, are built of 1,000 small kindnesses swapped back and forth and over again. So Michelle Obama says or tells us or urges us that we as ladies, we are supposed to be kind to one another, offer each other more grace, offer each other a shoulder to lean on, try as much as possible, to play by the rules, try as much as possible to respect each other, try as much as possible to support each other as women. At the end of the day, we as women are supposed to uplift each other, yeah? I know we are emotional beings. I know sometimes we approach our friendships and everything with emotions, but at the end of the day, as women, we are supposed to lift each other, we are supposed to make each other grow, and we are supposed to be there for each other. I really hoped you enjoyed the episode. That's the end of this episode. And I really want to hear to hear your views on, women friendships. Please engage me in the comment section. You can even tell me if you would want me to talk about any other dynamics of women friendships. You can let me know on the comment section. And guys, please remember to follow me on Instagram at wanjiko__mungai and at the TLC podcast KE, yeah? And also try to subscribe and tap the notification bell so that each and every time I upload a new episode, you can be notified and you can get to enjoy the content. And please share this episode with as many female friends as possible so that you can uplift each other. And that's the end of today's episode, guys, and until the next episode, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.